That you hard headed, Katie. That's
going
all.
back this way. Okay. I'm just
But
gonna go this way.
we live now, y'all. Make sure y'all like and share the video. No, see if you can tag some people because I can't tag everybody.
Tag people.
So
Hello, everybody.
say something in
Well,
the comments so we can see who all here. Everybody, what's up? What's up? How's everybody doing? Katie, you just let me know when you're ready to do the affirmation.
Welcome, everybody. I am ready whenever you are. I'm so glad everybody is here tonight.
What's up, Ebony?
Affirmation, confirmation, affirmation. I'm going to say it that way. Because, you know, we all get visions. Some of us realize it, some of us don't. Well, about 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, our host, T. Taylor, along with myself and one of our other co-hosts, we all three had a vision. And that vision was to have this platform to go mainstream. Well, this week, because T. Taylor kept that tunnel vision, even though we never knew he had that tunnel vision, he kept that tunnel vision and made sure that we got to mainstream. And as of last Tuesday and Thursday, if I'm not mistaken, and he can correct me if I'm wrong, you can now hear us on Spotify as well as on Apple Music, I think, Apple iPod. And he is working hard, he and Darnell Gathers, on making sure that we get to other mainstreams so that you can see us and hear us everywhere. So, tunnel vision. He kept that tunnel vision. He kept saying, I got this, I got this, I got this. And he kept his eyes right there on it. And look where we are today. So when you get that vision, you keep that vision, make it tunnel. Do not take your eyes off of it. Do not get distracted. With that being said, let's get ready for some uncensored mess.
Hey, everybody.
Welcome, everybody. Thank you all for joining us.
Make sure everybody like and share the video. We're going to get started in a couple segments. I just want to make sure everybody's here, you know, for the shenanigans and Katie's nonsense that we're dealing with tonight.
Now, T,
But how's everybody doing?
On me today.
How is everybody doing? What's up? What's up? How's everybody doing? Nell, what's up over there?
I'm chilling over here. I set up my team one a day, so I'm on a high. My 76ers, that is, 2 in a row with the new guys. So things are looking up.
First of all, don't disrespect him like that and call him your fucking new guy. That's
the new guy. No, the new guy. Well, James Harden. Y'all all know who that is. A Hall of Famer, one of the top players in the NBA. He definitely is on our team. So things are looking up here in Philly for change when it comes to the 76ers. But other than that, it was a nice, beautiful day here in the Philadelphia area. We're transitioning out of winter and going into spring. So that's what I'm happy about. I hate the winter.
What's up, Kenya? What's up, everybody out there?
Hey,
does anybody know Terry Anderson? I think she's new. What's up?
What's the name, Terry?
What's up? Welcome to
Hi, Terry.
UnCensored Minds. So everybody.
What's up, everybody? But no, we can get into our first topic since we running late. Oh, matter of fact,
why we running late?
Hold on. Who's waiting for you, Katie? I'm starting to nonsense. I was sitting back here for like 10 minutes, like, where's Katie at? I'm starting to nonsense. But I do have a quick icebreaker, real quick. If y'all ready for that, so, y'all got an answer for me? Y'all think y'all got an answer for me?
Yes.
All right, my icebreaker is going to be: what is your favorite song right now? It could be a new song or it could be an old song. What's your favorite song right now?
Right now.
I thought y'all had answers for me. What's happening? Everybody's quiet.
Let the ladies go first.
Go ahead, Karen. You can go first.
Doesn't have to be fast or slow. It doesn't matter.
Your favorite song?
That don't matter, Katie. Let us know in the comments too. What's your favorite song?
Okay, well, I would have to say my favorite go-to song right now. Big Energy.
And
Lotto, right?
Big Lotto. Big Lotto.
Who that? Big Lotto?
Mm-hmm.
Big Lotto. Big Lotto. What's up, Aisha? It's on you.
Okay. I'm gonna go old school with it. I've actually had it on repeat for like the last week. Regina Belle, Baby Come to Me. Just been feeling in the real sexy, vibey, slow, old school mood. So yeah.
What's up, Nell?
One of my favorite songs since the Verses, which was the day after Valentine's Day, was with Music and Anthony Hamilton, is actually "Love" by Music Soul Child. I've been playing that. I've been playing that every day, 4 or 5 times a day. That song got me. So, "Love" by Music Soul Child, another artist that comes from Philly.
That's what we doing. All right, how do y'all feel? How do y'all feel about that "Hours and Hours" song? Because I seen everybody, jumping on that bandwagon, but it was just like a regular song to me.
I only listened to it once. I wasn't captured by it the first time.
So yeah, I really like it. Yeah, I really like it. I mean, I liked it before it became like a social media.
That's what I mean. I didn't get the hoopla with it.
Yeah. I like it's a slow love song. It's not different or out of the ordinary than any other love song, but it was catchy to me. I like it.
I'm gonna go.
They dragging it, they wearing it out. They got remixes, they got karaoke, they got all kinds of stuff going on with it now. So it's getting a little ran down.
Well, I just heard it for the first time this week. I ain't even know the song existed. Because it's trending apparently, but it's nothing. Like I say, it's nothing that I can't move to it. I need something I can move to. I don't do no love songs.
I think I don't listen to the radio because I'm so used to just going to title and just getting who I want to get at that moment. So when I hear the song, I actually like it. Yeah, I'm not real heavy. I know a lot of people are real heavy on TikTok. I'm not heavy on TikTok. So I don't get that every time you scroll up or down, you see somebody playing on TikTok. But I love the song though. It's a good song. It's that R&B vibe that we missing. You know what I mean? R&B is just that sound. It take you somewhere. Because it fall in line with look, every year we get that one song that takes us.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Can I get my answer? I mean,
hey, I told you, my energy is totally different now. We on Spotify, Apple. I told y'all, I'm feeling like David Ruffin up here.
my man about to go on a whole rant out here. I didn't even get to get my answer.
You know what I mean? I'm feeling like David Ruffin up here. It's the Nell and everybody else show. You dig?
No, it did.
Nah, you got it.
All right, I'm gonna go Drake Fair Trade, man. I'm a Drake listener, so I'm gonna go Drake Fair Trade. No, you know what that is?
I do.
I'm gonna go Drake Fair Trade.
I do. That's
Fair
a cool.
What's up, people? What you say, K-Day?
Fair Trade.
Yeah, it's called Fair Trade by Drake. I know that's a little beyond your radar right now. Okay, man.
How do you know? Well, not
but
that
she listening to Big Lotto, so if she got Big Lotto on her brain, she can't be too far off from that.
But I work out to that song, Nell. If it's not something that I can move to and work out to, I mean, like Pressure. I've started doing the Pressure line dance, so Pressure is back on my head now. Have you seen that, Aisha? The Pressure line dance. Ebony and I are going to do it for TikTok as soon as her foot heals. We're going to do it on TikTok.
I gotta check that out.
Katie, you on TikTok though?
Yes, I am. I mean, I have quite a few people on TikTok. I don't know them because I only make my videos there, but I have quite a few people on TikTok.
Okay.
So we got a big show for y'all tonight. You know what I mean? We got tons of topics that we're going to discuss. One of the topics that we're going to discuss is, you know, the what's going on right now on the other side of the world, what's going on in Russia and Ukraine. We also got Karen's Korner tonight, which she's going to read, you know, her letter. And then we got that. What's the name of that song? Big Energy.
Mm-hmm.
We got that Big Dick Energy tonight, and Aisha going to take us down the road of pleasure, right? Vanilla versus
Just nasty.
the nasty.
And I did my homework on that girl.
So strap in, because tonight is gonna be one of them nights that we're gonna take it there, and y'all gonna leave tonight satisfied. We guarantee you that. All right. Without further ado, let's jump in.
Can you tell them what's going on in the world right now? And then our first topic before we get to the nastiness.
Yeah. So, you know, one thing that's affecting us all is not just the people of Ukraine, which it's sad to say that Russia has invaded Ukraine. There has been tensions there for a couple of weeks now, and they just went full out and invading Ukraine, dropping bombs, blowing up airports, hospitals, anything that can get people in and out of just to weaken the system. Ukrainian people said, we ain't going for that, Cap. We're going to fight back. And the president, the governor, the cabinet people got out there with the regular folks and is on the front line, armed individuals with guns and knives and things like that to protect themselves. But it's big bully, you know, as it always is in the world. Big bully always messing with the little guy, and it has riches that Russia. Also, it gets them closer to having a port, which they need to bring expedite goods and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So Russia is just flexing their muscle and trying to take over this country because of it, you know, of the products that it produces to make itself even larger. The scary part about this, where it concerns all of us here in all parts of the world, is we rely on Russia a lot for our gas and oil, right? As you can see, gas prices have went up. Right before the invasion, gas prices probably hovered around $3.20, $3.30, depending on where you were in the country. Now gas is as much as I stand it today at $4.15, and it's only going to go up higher. They're saying before this is all done, that we could probably see $10 gas prices if it reaches that point, which we know is crazy. Also, China has gotten involved and has but struck a deal with Russia, right? Why does that matter to us? Because 95% of our goods that we get here in America comes from China. Our computers, our phones, our cars, even our clothing sometimes is made in China. So, you know, when we put sanctions on Russia, China is going to now step in and say, all right, you ain't getting them from the United States, we'll give them to you. Now, which would then make us impose sanctions on China, right? So it's always this friction back and forth who can flex their muscle the most. And just, you know, listening to different news topics, ABC, Fox, all those things. People are not afraid of the United States anymore. We're not the big bad bully anymore. And the reason is because we spread ourselves so thin in those cases and go to other places and teach them how to run their military, right? Try to build up their country and putting guns into their arms and hands and things like that. But then, too, we forget to stockpile our own things that we could be using that we rely on other countries like oil and chips and things like that. So just be on the lookout. You're going to see a lot more coming out on the news. And Putin is not no chump. He's not one of those that will easily back down. As you can see, he came out a couple of hours after they invaded Ukraine and said, if anybody gets involved, I will show you something that you've never seen before in your entire life, and it's going to be 10 times worse than you can imagine. So that right there lets you know that they ain't playing.
So Nell, with that being said, I mean, that's going to affect the price of a whole lot of things because we're responsible for getting our wheats, oils, and I mean, Ebony and I went on just to see how it could affect us. Y'all, you think you're not eating now? Oh my goodness. I mean, it's going to have a way to affect food prices so much. I mean, we get so much from over there. I mean, honey, y'all better learn how to do like Karen D and starve. You better eat
And
your
do
darn
what?
starve.
Nah, nobody's not starving.
Yeah, we don't
I
starve.
don't think I could do that. That's not a good option because once you starve yourself, you ain't got enough energy to fight back.
Well, I tell you what, y'all better learn how to go off of that empty energy.
Yeah, you out. you out.
I thought I had my computer up, y'all. I'm sitting up here all
I
proud.
think,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Just look at the world in the past couple of years, right? What have we been dealing with over here in the United States? When somebody can't get to you the way they want to, they find other ways to nitpick at you, right?
Right.
What's something that that has been nitpicking at us for the past 2.5, 3 years now, almost?
Everything.
COVID.
Yeah, COVID.
Can't send a missile over to blow something up, but we can send a disease over there, which is going to kill people, which is going to put people on heightened alert, right? Which is going to infect us, get us sick, whatever, right? COVID.
Right.
COVID, as we now research and studies came out and just information said it started in China, right?
Right.
Who's Russia's biggest supporter? China. Who's United States, one of the United States' biggest enemies right now? China.
Wow.
So look at that. When you can't get at somebody the way you want to get at them, you weaken them at their core. Because the more they are weakened, the easier of a target they are. They control a lot of different things. We rely on them for so many things that we take for granted over here. Our phones. Look at it. We on our phones we pick up our phones when we wake up in the morning before we pick up a toothbrush. Right? Those are made of chips and things that come from places like that.
Right, right.
So,
and also they were basically saying that some cyber attacks could potentially affect us as well if sanctions are placed against Russia. The Russians and China may in fact come with some cyber attacks, which would bring us to our knees as far as the things that we use for our social economics, as far as on the internet and social media and all kind of things, our entire economic system, stock markets, etc., all run off of, you know what I mean? If they cyber attack us, it's going to cripple us in many ways.
Do y'all remember a couple of months ago when we were under a cyber attack? Remember when we had that gas shortage and we couldn't get gas? Russia did that. That, as we now come to find out, that started in Russia. We had they negotiated with Russian.
I told y'all that Russia not playing with us
to release that hold on that technology, the gas line. So they was already planning this for a long time, and they were trying to get in a way that was going to cripple us from the inside and make us more reliable on the things that we need from them.
Right.
Cyber attacks is one of those things, as Aisha said, that we take for granted. You know what I mean? We can look for, our intelligence agencies are known for looking for bombs and things like that. And our security even becomes heightened when we get on a plane or we go somewhere and something don't look right, right? The first thing that we do is we think something's wrong, but we never would think something could affect our technology. Or that technology that's affected will have a trickle-down effect and affect the way we consume things, the way we go to work, the way we go to school, the way we just go our daily life. So it's getting crazy. It's getting nasty out there. And he's saying this is the start of World War III.
I think we should all just strap up, man. Nobody got time for their nonsense.
Yeah.
Now,
I
I
got time for that.
guys, I do want to bring this to everyone's attention. If you have not been boosted, a lot of us have not even been vaccinated. I called this about a month ago, and I just told my bestie last night. I said, I know that they're going to start in the film industry. If you have not been boosted, then they are not going to book you. What kind of notification did I get today? Exactly that. So if the film industry is doing it, best believe your jobs are going to find a way to incorporate themselves into that. While you think they are taking away the mandate laws for the mask in all of these states, they are still tightening up the laws as far as you being vaccinated and boosted. What the reason, I do not know, but the people want you vaccinated and boosted. So get ahead of the game. If you have not gotten your booster, go on and get your. If you've gotten vaccinated, baby, you're tagged anyway. So go on and get your booster and get ahead of the game on what your employer may or may not insist that you do.
Kaden, since you're talking about that, you made a cameo this week, so let's get into what happened with this cameo that you premiered in on Friday. What is that? Friday night going into Saturday, I believe it came out.
What?
So let's let's
Yeah.
let's talk about that experience and what happened with this movie that you were in.
So what T is speaking of is the movie that came out Friday night on Friday. Yeah, Friday on Netflix. Everyone is familiar with Madea, right? So what came out was a Madea coming family reunion. So Lord, yeah, y'all, I was there. I promise you, I was there. Um, it was fun to make this movie. It was epic. All of us who was there, I was chosen as a what's called a core 25. What it was, out of 800 submission, he went through, Mr. Perry himself, and chose 25 people to be background core. And I was fortunate enough that I was one of those core. And I was even fortunate enough that if you watch the movie, the lady that you see walking around the house, that is old Karen D herself. And I was spotted throughout the movie several times. Sometimes I even missed it myself. As I said, it was very exciting, very epic just to work alongside Tyler Perry, to watch that man in action, to watch him direct. He's producing, he's acting, not in just one, but two, three different ways. And just to watch the man work and to be in his presence inspires anyone with a dream to never ever give up, because the one thing he did was he started from the bottom and look at where he is now. And all of that funniness that you saw, it was just as funny to us as we were making it. All of the stars down to earth, every last one of them. And I look forward to the chance when I get a chance to work even closer with Mr. Perry.
Definitely. Congratulations.
Absolutely. That's
Thank you.
that's huge.
Big moves. Yes. Yes. I watched it. I really enjoyed it. It was definitely some things that were out of the ordinary for Mr. Perry. Um, the scene where Mr. Brown was on fire
Mm-hmm.
and Madea said, "That
Mm-hmm.
motherfucker is on fire." I don't think I
And see, that's what
recall.
everybody
Yeah, in
say when
previous.
they with
Yeah,
I guess it didn't bother me because that day I was there and heard him say it so much
right.
that it never dawned on me that Medea has not said it.
Yeah.
I mean, because we have take after take after take.
Mhm.
Um, but so it really did. I didn't even think about Medea has never used those words, but that just goes to show, how she's advanced.
Advanced.
Look how
Right.
she went back and told about the how the young Madea was. You notice how the bodysuit they had Madea banging. I
Curb,
mean, so and
yeah.
she came out more about the gummies, eating, dealing with the feel good medication.
Oh,
That's one thing that Madea never came out about, but she did in that movie. She kept it real.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now, what did you think? What did you think about it?
What did I think about
No, I was saying no.
Oh, I was super excited to see Karen D in this movie.
Yes.
To be on it, to be in the grace the stage, or not the stage, the big screen with a legendary producer, actor, a cast who's like great, especially for our people. It was awesome to see you doing your thing, and I was so proud of you. I felt like it was like my thing. I was so like, oh my god, I gotta see. But
Yeah.
like, again, like we always say about you, when people say sky's the limit, there ain't even no limit, because your trajectory is going up, and one day soon, what I mean, we're gonna see your name on the marquee as being, co-starring right next to Eddie Murphy or Martin Lawrence, Tyler Perry, or Denzel Washington, and be in the lead role. So continue to keep doing what you was doing, and just being the bright star that you are. The movie was funny. You know what I mean? It was Madea. So I thought the storyline had advanced too with today's time. That's one thing Tyler Perry has tried to do with a lot of his movies, is advance with what's going on currently. He tackled the LBGT community. Also tackled the cougar community. You know what I mean? The young guy, older woman community, which I mean is starting to become okay. Yay. And just a number of different things that Karen talked about, the marijuana usage, and showing people that even just get back to Madea as being an elderly woman, right? And letting that crowd know that, because when we grow up, we always heard marijuana was no good. It was
Yeah.
a bad thing. And now, we see the benefits of what it do for our bodies, but also too that if consumed right, it's good for you. You know what I mean? It has its benefits. So again, I'm just proud. I couldn't take my eyes off the screen because I was so fixated on wanting to see my girl Karen in every aspect of the situation.
How did you, Karen? How were you able to keep a straight face?
Big ups to K-Day.
You mean during the
Yeah, like during some of the scenes, because I saw you by at the barbecue cookout, and you were by like the door, like you were sitting and having the conversation. But that was one of the biggest scenes, I think, when a lot of the things were unfolding, etc. But then there were also a lot of funny moments. Like, were you able to keep like a straight face during some of the scenes?
Oh yeah, I mean, we during taping, we all laughed, just like you laugh while watching it. We
Right.
laughed as the scenes were unfolding, because um if someone messed up, we just laughed about it and we redid it again. The thing of it is, in background, you have to make up you are not given a scene. You're told what to do, but you're not told how to do it. So I always make it a point to, within their scene, make my own scene, so that I can do it every single time when they do that take. So it's not nothing different, because one thing about it, they're always watching you. Like, I did not realize they were watching me that closely. But when Bam starts the scene, lean with it, rock with it. That particular day, Cassie, when Cassie come up on the porch, because they will always have to pass me. And when Cassie came up on the porch, she was like, "I see you over here leaning, rocking with us." I said, "Oh yeah, I like that Bam." And so I guess with her seeing me, the cameraman saw me. they saw me, so they chose to get that particular part and put it into the movie.
Nice.
So each time I just did the same thing each time, which wasn't hard. I like to dance when I hear the music and like to have fun. So as far as, I mean, it's work. We're simply, it's just work that we love to do, but we're working.
Nice.
What's up, people? Make sure everybody like and share the video. Do y'all have any comments or any more questions about this Madea movie? What's up?
T, what did you think about it?
Do I have to play?
Did you watch it, T?
I mean, do I have to play devil's advocate here? I mean, what are we doing? Like, all right, I'm gonna tell y'all. I tried to watch it earlier, right? And I seen like half of it, and then I fell asleep because I cannot deal with the Tyler Perry Korner shit. I'm sorry. I just can't.
But you're supposed to watch it for your girl, T. I am throughout the movie.
That's why I watched it, because I'm here to support you, Katie. But if you wasn't in it, I would not have turned that on. I'm sorry. Because I can't do.
Well, you're being truthful.
Outright,
that's okay. Nell wouldn't have either. Well, y'all are being truthful, and I appreciate y'all turning it on to catch me in it. I really do.
So before we let you go, you gotta let the people know this ain't the only thing you got going on.
Yeah.
Tell them about this HBO Max series that's coming on, The Staircase. You know what I mean? You're in that as well. That's going to be airing soon, right?
Yes, Staircase is coming up. I believe it's going to be coming out in the spring. But anyway, Staircase is based on a true story. Michael Peterson, I think, and Kathleen Peterson, which was a true story in North Carolina, where the husband was accused of throwing his wife down the stairs. He spent 7 years in prison before he got it overturned. And but anyway, that's what Staircase is about. It's a documentary. And I was fortunate enough to work on this documentary from August through December. And I will be seen throughout that movie, or should be. I won't say will be. I will say should be seen throughout that documentary. I was used several different ways there. The walk. I don't know what it is about my walk, but they always choose me to get in front of the camera with my walk. So you will see me several times walking up and down the frame of it's called Matt's Staircase on, what is it? Matt's what, Nell?
HBO
Max. But it's called Staircase. Very interesting case. I mean, I ended up in the family. Child, I don't know how I was the only black or two blacks in the family. But we were sitting on the family side, and it really opened my eyes to some of the facts that were left out of that particular case that I never even thought about. Right. But so I am super excited about that, and there's quite a bit. I've been on The Resident a few times. I can never catch myself on there, but maybe y'all can if you watch The Resident. It come on Tuesdays, I think. Don't think hard of me because I don't know when these shows come on. I'm too busy making them to know when they come on or to catch myself. So I'm just not sure exactly what nights they come on. And there's other projects that are coming up. One that hopefully I will be able to tell you more about, that I will have a lot more involvement in. What Nell spoke pretty soon, I think that's gonna come to fruition. So just be on the lookout.
We want to give you your flowers while you're here to enjoy them and smell them. Be on the lookout. If you haven't went and go see it now on the Netflix app. Madea Homecoming Family Reunion is out now. The Staircase, which premieres March 26th on the HBO Showtime app as well. So be on the lookout for girl Karen D making major moves. That's our entertainment section right now, and we wanted to make sure we dedicated our very own herself.
Oh, thank y'all. Thank y'all.
Yay.
Much appreciated.
Is everybody ready for the shenanigans to begin?
Let's get
This is my
it.
only question. All right, is everybody ready for the shenanigans? So I need everybody in the comments to make sure y'all have liked and shared the video and subscribe to the channel. Aisha, I need you to give a broad, introduction to what this whole thing is, because some people are lost. They don't understand, the definitions. So I
Don't
want
be
you to
talking
know.
about me, T. Don't be calling me out.
I ain't talking about you, Katie.
No, I mean,
Katie.
I know some people is a little, unfamiliar with some ways that things are presented, etc. So tonight's topic, vanilla sex versus kinky sex, some people really didn't understand what vanilla sex was. And in a simple, basic way, the simplest way to put it is the basic way to bang, have sexual relations or good old intercourse. I saw some comments earlier, boring sex, just things of that nature. That's what vanilla sex is. It's just a real spruced up way to say regular, traditional, conventional sex. That's it. Typically, it's in the bedroom, in the bed, majority at night, simple positions, etc. When you go into kinky sex, which has different soft kink, hard kink, etc. It just really all depends. There's no right way, it's no wrong way, it's no way that's better than another. It's just actually what you're comfortable with, what your partner is comfortable with, what you like, etc. I personally feel like you have to be comfortable in your sexuality to kind of veer off from certain things that are considered traditional or normal, but some people might not feel, either interested in doing that or comfortable enough to explore that. So that's what vanilla sex versus kinky sex is, kind of opening up the forum for people to kind of see what it is that they like, what they don't like, and what that's not for me. This is interesting. I didn't know anything about that. Or, what am I mild or wild? I like to say that. Are you mild or wild? So let's happen.
So can you tell them what I'm gonna see if I know these letters right? BD SM, I guess it is.
Yeah.
Right. So can you explain that?
Yeah, so BDSM is basically it falls under kinky sex. It's bondage, dominance, masochism, sadism, like basically into like pain, dominance, the sexual contractions that hold you up, hold you open. It's really giving your partner a sense of control over you. You have to definitely indulge in those things with an individual that you feel comfortable with, because it does boil down to trust.
Right.
You know what I mean? Somebody is actually controlling, your body movements in a sense, or your lack thereof.
Okay,
Yeah,
so do you think
I freaks out in the freaking what's that? What's the machines that they put you in to scan your body?
MRI and the skin.
I freak out in the MRI machine, so I know I'm gonna freak out being tied up. Don't tie me.
But are you with tying a girl up though?
That's what I was about to say.
My with tying it, I ain't never tried it.
All right, so Aisha, I want to ask you: do you think it work if both parties on different sides of the fence?
One more time, T.
If both parties are on different sides of the fence, do you think their relationship can work?
It can. You got to find a happy medium. No, you got to give and take. It's just in any relationship, in any normal relationship outside of sex, you have to, compromise. You have to find a happy space. So that means, somebody could not be into the kink and then the other individual can be. find a happy medium. Do things that you're comfortable with. Okay, you may not be into BDSM, but it's nothing wrong with a satin blindfold. There's nothing wrong with, you might not like handcuffs, but you can take that same satin blindfold and, tie your hands up above your head or something like that, where it is not as intimidating or not as, individuals that feel restricted in any way. It's ways to explore some spice without going too far.
All right. Does anybody have? I got questions. So like, y'all,
I know you do, T.
which y'all want to do? Y'all want me to go? What's up?
Yeah, throw the question out there.
Let me just do this little quick icebreaker. Can one of the guys, Nell or T,
Yeah.
in 10 seconds, outside of missionary, cowgirl, doggy, name 5 sexual positions other than those 3 that I named?
Other than you said doggy.
I said other than missionary, other than the ones that we are typical, conventional, other than missionary, cowgirl, and doggy. Name 5 sexual positions.
Right, but you gotta realize that a lot of people are only doing missionary and doggy. So,
but she didn't say all that. T, name some positions.
Yeah, name some. I don't know. And this is honestly, this doesn't have to. The positions don't even really morph into kink. Positions are positions. Positions are vanilla sex as well. So
even I know that one. Even I know that one.
Right. What I was saying is I might not know all the names for all these positions.
Okay.
How about I describe them? How about I describe?
That's what I was about to say.
You can demonstrate. Describe them.
All right. So having shorty legs on my arms right here, and I'm fronting her, she fronting me.
There you go. G-spot.
On that joint.
Love it.
Her back and shoulders are on the ground, and and she got her legs in the air, and I'm on top of her, drilling her up and down like this, giving her that type work. And on a medicine ball, like workout ball or workbench, and she on top of me, and she ain't got her legs. Her legs is like on the other side of the bench, and she going up and down. Like that's some shit right there I need. See how I thought about this night right here came, and I was like, I need this type work.
Okay.
Look, so does reverse cowgirl still count as cowgirl? Like,
I mean, it does. Obviously, it's just a different, a different way to do it, but it does count. It's
ladies, understand one thing.
So hold on now. Hold on.
And you gotta let them know it can't be corny. The reverse cowgirl can't be corny.
Or you might as well not do it.
Can't be.
So what is it called? If you're standing and you got her lifted like this, like what's that position?
I need that.
You got her lifted either when she's facing down or if she's wrapped around you.
If she's wrapped around you.
Oh, she's wrapped around you. That's like face to face, but you could do face to face. You could do that on the bed as well. So you're either standing up. It's called face to face though. You can do it on the bed. You could do it on the chair. You could do it on any flat surface. They have sex pillows where you can do that. It's like, that's a very nice intimate position, and that can be, a nice way to enhance vanilla sex. Because you could do that, and you could do that standing, you could do that sitting, you could do that anywhere.
So what if she got one leg on top of the dresser, and y'all both standing? What would you call that? Like if she got one leg on top of the dresser?
Nasty special. I don't know what that one's called, but that is the T nasty special. That's a new one. We got
the special.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I can get into this shit. I mean, what are we doing?
So is that still considered vanilla, or is that now kinky?
Well, see, the positions, depending on what you do in those positions, will determine, does it stay in the safe zone, the traditional vanilla sex, or does it go into the soft kink or the hard kink? So, if you're talking about her putting her leg up, okay, well then that's getting into like the soft kink, like, you know what I mean? That's not vanilla traditional sex where it's just pretty much in the bed and those very few positions. You know what I mean? So yeah, you're getting into like a little kink there.
All right, so what if she's flexible and she can put her legs behind her head, and then you like she's on the floor and she's like balled up with her legs behind her head, and then you're on top drilling. Like what would we call that?
Contortion.
It is called the drill.
That's the drill, right?
The drill.
that shouldn't hurt. It don't hurt. That shit probably.
I mean, it depends on the female. It really depends on the female. Like one, flexibility. Two, her vagina. Like she has to know her boundaries as far as those type of things go. Like you might want to get wild and wicked with it, but she might not be able to take all of that. You know what I mean? Because if you notice, like even when we as women go to gynecologists, if we're positioned a certain way, our pelvis and our cervix are tilted in a sense. So if she is laying that way and her legs are behind her head, or you know what I mean, up on around her neck, then her pelvis is tilted a certain way. So she's got to be comfortable with that as well. And most of the time, it wouldn't hurt depending on the female.
All right, so what would we call the why you being weird to me position, where you hitting it from the back, but
and you got one hand on that one.
Right.
Wait, say this again.
You hitting it from the back. You got one hand on neck and one hand on frontal, and you going at it. What position is that called?
And you got your leg up, like you got your legs. You got
like,
one leg on the outside, right?
Like this,
right?
Right.
Oh, yeah. Well,
that work. What's that called?
Good old doggy. That's that good old doggy. But like every man is going to have a different way that he performs doggy.
Damn, it sounds like a little punishment to me.
You saying one leg up, but it's another guy who might be able to put
two legs up. For real, like
2 legs.
Yeah, like that would be on in a squat position and doing it that way. So it's all considered doggy. It's just a matter of how you finesse that doggy. It depends on the man.
So explain to us how oral pleasuring can also be vanilla and kinky at the same time.
So yeah, I mean, oral sex is an art, ladies. It's an art, but it's all within your comfort zone. How you feel comfortable performing oral sex. It has to be pleasurable for the both of you. It can't be just a one track minded thing where it's like I have to concentrate so far on pleasing him that I lose anything from it. You should be at a happy place, at a comfortable place where you are being stimulated as well as him. So that is where it becomes, is it going to be vanilla? Is it just going to be straightforward? I am going to try to make him come, or I'm going to please him and give him the best oral sex that I know how? Or am I going to spice it up and I'm going to give him some oral sex that's really going to blow his mind? And that is going to be pulling out all the stops as far as deep throat, as far as food, ice, a lot of things that can stimulate oral sex that would take it into kink. So it really depends on how comfortable you feel, what you want to experiment with.
All right, so would they call that the scissor jaw, where you like in between her legs sideways? Like, would you? Is that like? Yeah. They call it the scissor position.
That's the scissor. Yeah. That's the scissor. That one's a fun one if you're willing to try it, but some people are not comfortable in the positioning of their legs and things of that nature, and it gotta work for both parties. Like, you know what I mean? You gotta fit comfortably within one another in order to achieve the orgasm and the feel good that you want to achieve.
I think one thing that gets lost in
hold on now. Look at this one in the comments. That's me. So me, since you're saying it's tonight for beginners, then I need you to like put your positions in the chat. Then you can't just halfway
talk shit on us. Like you gotta put your positions in the chat if you're gonna come at us like
we
that.
know there's hundreds of positions. You know, you got the Kama Sutra position. It's hundreds of positions. It doesn't. What one person does in the bedroom doesn't necessarily mean what I do, what Karen does, what Nell does, what T does, with the people that that are our viewers. Like everybody's going to do something different. It's finding your comfort zone in whatever you decide to do. You know what I mean? Whether it's mild or wild, you have to find a comfort zone. And it may seem like beginners to some positions may seem like beginners to some because that's what they're comfortable with. You know what I mean? But otherwise, you can honestly just find your own zone, and it could be the wildest shit ever, but it's comfortable to you. You know what I mean?
Right.
Some of the wildest shit.
All right, people. Let's see. What you say now?
Some of the wildest times just come out of spontaneity.
Right.
You know, just
Right.
walking in the crib and over the washing machine. Like,
yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? But let's go to the comments.
Let's see what people saying.
And while we're going to the comments, Aisha. Okay.
It's better laid flat, both legs
I
closed.
heard today, and I did not realize this, but you know what? I asked this question because I figured that you had to be able to do this. You can get the whole man as a sex toy. So you ain't got to worry about cheating or anything. I mean, but it can't work. But they said that you can get it.
That goes around the same. That goes around the same board, Karen. They got the whole girls too, KD. What we doing?
Yeah, well, I heard about the whole girls too, but I'm just saying what Karen D just found out. I ain't heard about them whole girls.
You would want that? You would just want a wooden man?
No, just okay.
He said a wooden man. You
out this one. No. I'm just saying. I was surprised to know that you could just. I mean, personally, I think it's sick. To be honest with you, now I wasn't saying that's a joke, but there's people that actually have different things like that in their home, and that's all they sleep with. Now, on the real, now I do think that would be weird. I really think that would be weird. Yeah, but you do have people that do that.
Yeah, a lot of people with a lot of.
Can somebody explain this to me because I don't know what that is?
Yeah, what's frozen gummy bear? I'm here for this tonight.
Say what now?
I don't know what that is. Tell us what that is, Beats.
She said frozen gummy bear is awesome.
Right. Tell us what that is. Tell us what that is. I don't know what frozen gummy bear is. Oh, you heard of that before, Aisha?
Never heard of it.
But one thing I was going to say
I need my man.
About the pleasuring part, the oral pleasure. Talk to your person. Talk what you like. Don't be afraid. Like I always, you hear, oh, I shouldn't have to teach a grown man. I have to teach a grown woman. Yes, teach them.
Yeah.
Teach me how to eat it. Teach me. It. Don't like. No, it's real because you the only one who know your body better than anybody else.
Right.
Like you explored your body several thousand times, and you know what gets you off. If you want to feel that intense orgasm that you're used to giving yourself, but at a heightened pleasure because of somebody else doing it, say, hey, baby, put it right there. Stay right there. Don't move. Or I like it when you did that. And don't get upset because all that person wants to do, hopefully, is try to get you there.
Take heed, right.
Yeah,
look.
I think that's a lot of people's problems is that they don't want to communicate it because it might feel like I'm either trying to control how you're doing it, or I'm trying to tell you that you don't know how to do it properly. And it's not that the other individual doesn't know how to do it properly. It's just that you might not be doing something for me that excites me. So therefore, I got to lead you and guide you a little bit. Doesn't mean that you don't know how to do it. Just means that, I need a little bit more to be stimulated. And, I'm just trying to help the situation a little bit better and vice versa.
See, you're so good because
that's what I was about to say.
As they're just not interested. They ain't into your body, girl. They can't find the right spot.
Everything ain't always Nell. Sometimes it just be, I don't know.
No.
Your body is different than everybody else's body. Like,
right.
You know?
Right. Every girl likes different things. So what I want to ask you, Aisha, is why don't some girls just, when you're there on, whatever your spot is, why don't y'all just hold his head right there? Like, why don't you just hold it, grab his head and hold it right there? Like, why don't y'all do that?
I mean, you can do that, but then you got some men who, again, don't like the idea of being controlled in the bedroom. Typically, some men want to be in control, and they feel like the way that they're doing it, some people might take it as an attack to their, not manhood necessarily, but just as an attack on them, like they don't know what they're doing. So yeah, I can hold your head there, but if you one of those men, you're gonna be like, yo, what you doing? Like, get off me. Like, you know what I mean? It's not gonna be something that's going to flow very well, and it's going to be a few interruptions. And typically, this is again where communication is important with your partner, and knowing that comfortable space, and knowing what to say, and knowing what to try, what to explore, etc.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of distracted knowledge. Like, that is a turnoff. Mm-hmm. Why are you watching the TV while you're pleasuring me? Mm-hmm. Why are you when I say don't? I'm just saying though, like, no, I'm just saying, run scenarios. Some people be into other things and they just doing it just to do it and not doing it because they wanna please. They just because it's there.
No,
because you got some people
that's what I want to say.
You got some people that's doing.
That's what I want to say. That's what I want to say. Now, if you don't love doing it or you don't want to do it. Please don't do it, ladies. Just please don't do it. We don't want the nonchalant, I'm just doing it because he wants me to do it here. We don't want that.
Right. Or I'm just doing it because I want my joint done next. You know what I mean? Just keep it real regular.
Yes. I mean, it can be difficult for some women who feel like it's more of a task than it is, something to receive pleasure as well. Like, some women haven't got it.
Yeah, just come naturally. It come in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it do come in a moment.
Yeah, it definitely comes in a moment. But some women do feel like, oh, okay, let me just suck his dick because I know he like it, and I'm just going to do it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Instead of attempting to
nasty for that.
Right.
Yeah, we don't want that. Look, no, I see people in the comments saying why the TV. Sometimes the TV just happens to be on when you got started. So it ain't like you turn the TV on. Sometimes the TV just happened to be on already. That's all that is.
Right, but the TV should not take your focus away from the task at hand.
Exactly. If you're into it,
if that happens, then that's a problem. Then there's a disconnect that needs to be addressed. I mean, unless it's just a jump off or something. It's like, all right, well, whatever. But I mean, if you're in a relationship or something like that, that's a disconnect that, needs to be addressed. Like, oh, am I not interesting enough for you that you gotta turn to the TV while you bobbing my knob? Like, you know what I mean? It's conversations that need to be had there.
Mm-hmm. All right, are y'all ready for my questions? I mean, I still got questions.
Uh-huh.
All right, my first question is...
My mama's watching this.
Oh my God.
Go ahead.
My first question is...
Hey,
where do you draw the line? What's the one thing that you're not going to do or you're not going to try? What is that?
I'm gonna go first.
Okay.
I'm not playing with nothing in the backfield. That shit's off limits.
Facts.
Don't kiss it, lick it, don't look at it. Don't get near it.
Facts.
Don't ask about it. Nothing. Let me wash my own drawers too. That's it. That's one thing I'm not into. I'm not into.
All right, hold on now. But are you with it when it comes to her? So you're against it when it comes to her?
Because she got a coochie for that. I equate that anal to another. That's how men get. That's how men get down with other men. He blessed up with a good, fresh, clean, wet hole there. I ain't gotta play in that. I ain't gotta play in.
Hold on now. But some girls like a butt plug or a finger in the butt.
Oh, then she better do it in the bathroom. Because it get on my sheets.
No, but see, that's another thing. That's another misconception. Like women who enjoy anal sex or enjoy anal play know how to prepare themselves for such.
Right.
So therefore, there should not be any excrements that are displayed during any sexual activity as far as the anus goes. But again, you have to be well versed in those type of things. It's not just, okay, I think I'm gonna do anal with my man tonight. You ain't did no prepping. Well, then you have them massacres like that, where situations and you grossing this man out. You know what I mean? So if you want to dabble in anal play, then you gotta completely know how to.
Now you know what? I'm a recant my last statement because you got to be mature and grown up in certain areas, right? If this is a like of hers and she's into that, then that's where you got to kind of get. That's where we bringing in a toy or something.
Right. That's
we bring a toy, and if you want to get freaky with that, get freaky with that. Because I'm gonna play with the other toy.
That's a happy medium.
Yeah.
That's meeting in the middle.
And
well, babe, I'm not fucking you in the ass, but you can have some anal beads or whatever, and we can play around with that, or a butt plug or whatever, and she could still get the same stimulation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That she could. Yeah.
No, this big misconception of we don't really care like if she's fully shaved, right?
No, that shit can got hair. It could be a desert. It could be a forest. I don't care.
Well, it can't be no desert now.
As long as it smells nice and there's a snack box in between them trees, I ain't care. I actually prefer that. I don't like no bald head John. Like that's giving me very much adolescence.
Yeah, I prefer a little bit. I prefer a little bit. So y'all haven't answered the question though, ladies.
What's it? Can you repeat the question?
What's the off button for y'all?
Yeah, what's your off button?
Cause I'm gonna say I'm with all the shits except for you. Don't look, like Nell said, don't look at my ass, don't touch my ass. But everything else I'm with. So what's up, ladies? What are we doing?
Yeah, I mean, it ain't nothing going back there.
Huh? Go ahead.
It ain't nothing going back there. No. That is gonna be the number one. No. Because, I mean, most, especially black men, are very well endowed anyway. The front can barely take it. I know damn well my back ain't going to try to take it.
So, Katie, what if he wanted to lick it or something?
The moment. It's got to be in the moment. It's got to be in the moment. It's got to be in the moment.
So you saying a lick ain't going to turn into the stick?
Oh, no.
Well, that's it exactly. It's in the moment, can create you to let down your guard for a lot of things that you might not necessarily have thought you would try. But in that moment, you might find yourself.
That drawbridge ain't coming down for that, Aisha. I'm telling you that. That drawbridge is not coming down for that.
Don't be vanilla, Katie. Don't be vanilla.
Say what, T?
I said don't be vanilla.
Well, you know what? You never say never. I know because Ebony and I were sitting out on the patio the other night, and I'm looking at her. I'm like, dang, Ebony, you and I were the main one who said that we would never get vaccinated or anything. I said, here we are, got everything, all three done. So you never say never. But from what my vision see and what my energy feel now, I feel it's a never. when it comes to that.
All right, I got a question for you, Aisha. What is up with the nipple clamps? How do they work?
So the nipple clamps are just an extra layer of stimulant. So if you pinch the nipples, one, they'll get hard. That's number one. But two, they're very sensitive. So when you put the metal clamp on it, it's actually, the blood is actually rushing to the tip of the areola. So therefore, it's going to just create a outrageous stimulation. Well, then if you want to take it a step further with the nipple clamps, then you figure you got tongue action. You can lick on you, ice. You can put, hot oils or cold stimulants or something on them just to intensify it even more. Those nipple clamps can be used, while you guys are having sex, and it's stimulating the upper part of your body while you're being stimulated in the lower part of your body. So it just really but it gives such a tension where it's like a sweet pain. You know what I mean? There is a little bit of.
I was about to say that sounds painful.
Yeah, it is a little bit of pain, but it's not. It's not a pain where it hurts. It's a pain like, ooh, it's a pleasure pain in my opinion.
Okay, so that don't sound like pleasure.
You just Brady cat, KD. That's all.
That don't sound like no pleasure. Some clamps on my nipples. Oh my God.
See, that's
wait a minute.
Kink. The kink.
Come on with the shit. Wait a minute. Aisha still have to answer the question. Aisha still have to answer the question.
What question? What I wouldn't do?
Right.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I'm down for just about anything. I really am. However, the restraints that are like bars that hold your legs in position while he just goes ham. I don't think that I would really be into that. I'm very active, and I don't like to be restrained. Like, I don't like that sort of, like, you could give me some handcuffs or some ankle cuffs or something like that. But when you spread my legs apart and you hold them in that stationary position, that's going to feel uncomfortable for me. Why? Because I'm very active. I want to interact with you even while you are, even in missionary, you know what I mean? Or even in whatever. I want to interact with you, and that's going to restrain me. I ain't with it. That's one thing I will not do.
What about?
I got another. No, what's up? I got questions. What are we doing?
I'm gonna ask one too.
Go ahead.
What's up with the pumps? The penis pumps or the coochie pumps that pumps it up and makes it super big and fat?
Yeah, it brings all the blood to the most sensitive area. For the male, it's the head. For the woman, clitoris, and it's just a suction. It just generates that extreme stimulation right to that spot. And you can utilize them. Well, I mean, if you're into anal play, you can utilize the pussy pump while you having anal sex, etc. But they can be used. I don't see why the men would necessarily use them unless they just have an active partner, etc. They could be used as another mechanism for jerking off, etc. You know what I mean? But
how long?
That could be good.
Back to normal, like for a female, how long does it take her vagina to go back down to normal size after she pumped it up? After we pumped.
Yeah, I mean, I guess for every female it would be different. It could be a couple minutes until that sensation goes away. Kind of is like, yeah, I guess it just really all depends on the woman.
Nice.
I'm gonna say a couple minutes though.
All right, I got a question for the ladies. Are you a fan of the feathers or the spankings?
Thanks.
I know damn well it's not a spanking. I don't know what about the feather. Okay, what's with the feather thing?
The thing is, it's just like a toy. It's just like a toy. You just like go like this, It's like a sensation thing.
Yeah.
Oh, just to tickle you? Okay, well I may be down with the feather, but ain't nobody finna whoop my ass now.
So you don't want a nice little to your ass like.
I can't.
Look at that.
Can't.
I can't.
Nobody's gonna ask. Nobody's gonna ask.
Nobody's gonna whip my ass.
Nah, I ain't finna do no spankings.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Spank for me. Spank for me.
T, you want?
Right, so
is that something that you would do? That's a good question for you.
What?
Would you let somebody feather you?
Probably.
Okay.
I don't understand the feather. I mean, it's just
That's
like
because you vanilla, Katie.
I'm gonna keep it a whole bean. I'm a little afraid of the feather because I'm ticklish, and I be done farted or she be done farted, and it's gonna fuck the whole mood up.
I can't.
So we need practice. We need practice on that. Like, and that's you gotta be cool with your partner, telling the partner that like this ain't like yo, I'm a little sensitive.
Right.
Let's practice each other with the arm, my neck, or whatever. Get comfortable with that because if this happens, let's not stop. Let's just keep
what?
going.
The feather just like tickled the skin or something? Is that what?
Yeah. Like if you run it up his spine.
He better use his tongue. No,
run it
the
up his
tongue is the feather. You don't need no feather.
Katie, it's
just an extra added layer, just an extra added layer.
Up your back with a feather, you jump in.
Yeah, going up your back and trace with the feather. Yeah.
Wait a minute, let me feel it. Wait a minute. Okay, yeah. I think I can go with the feather.
She crazy.
All right, so ladies, would y'all be opposed to a little choking?
Oh hell no.
Nope.
Ain't no choking going on.
Oh, Karen, I'm not opposed to it. Karen, like, oh hell no.
No.
That goes into the soft kink. Yeah.
That ain't no soft kink. Get the choking, they be done.
Choking. That's not him like but that's him gripping around your neck. Like
it's a little gentle, Katie.
What's the purpose?
Look.
What's the purpose of it?
Hold on, Katie. Karen is ridiculous. The sensation, Karen, is ridiculous. Listen, I truly understand. I understand that people are conformed to certain things and what might seem to be outrageous. But I swear, in the moment, if you give it a try, I swear, Karen.
Aisha.
Katie.
I don't see it.
Katie, I'm telling you, like if girl's on top and you give her a little choke like this, like
it's all the hell no. I'm gonna start down throwing blows because
if you're behind her and you bring your arm around and slightly, that is.
It better damn be something that I know is a gentleness because I'm gonna be ready to go off.
Y'all could have just came from like y'all could have had the worst fight ever. Y'all get into it and then he start choking you.
I
can see you now.
No.
Everybody, look at the comments.
They better give me warning on what's going on.
Karen, the comments is saying choking is good. Losing a little consciousness, they said, ain't bad.
Well, it's got to be somebody I completely.
You come with your safe word. Pineapple. You just bust it out. Pineapple. Like you get in a situation with your partner where you guys have like a safe word or something where, sir, you grab
safe word. You mean to tell me you got what if you can't think of it? My damn mind too.
Oh, but y'all agree upon it. Y'all agree upon it.
Yeah, y'all know I can't think of no. I be don't forgot that safe word. I can't even think of my passwords each day. I'll be don't forget that password. My ass to be dead.
Katie. Come on, Katie. Come to the party. Hold on.
I can't see that one either.
Hold on.
Yeah. Like the safe
how do y'all feel about this hair pulling?
Yeah, the hair pull. What's up with the hair pull?
With that?
Pulling a sister's hair.
They love it.
Come on,
They're loving it. Look at Ebony. Ebony said, pull my shit. And she's right in that room with you.
Oh my God, I'm sitting right here by her. Did you just say that?
Yeah, Ebony.
Ebony said, pull it.
Get it, girl.
She said, pull it.
She said gently.
Well, a little nice little tuck. Yeah, that's, I mean,
She say gently.
Karen, you don't like your hair pulled?
Well, I mean, okay, now I will say this. I'm not totally innocent. So anybody that I have been with, that's the first thing they do is go for my hair. And I wonder why was that? That's I mean, as long as I ain't pulling it out.
It's a dominance thing, Karen.
You can't use glue that day. You gotta get that thing sewn in.
Well,
Yeah,
all my stuff is natural anyway. But I mean, as long I don't know. Again, in the moment, it depends on what that moment gives us.
Right.
Never say never. I've learned to never say never, but I am gonna say never about the back door.
a little pop like that. Like, you be all right?
No. I'm gonna say no to the back door. No to the back door.
Never and ever, Karen. Like, nothing is ever gonna make you want to try it.
You're never supposed to say never, but as I said, in the moment, I never know what could happen. But what I see right here with this, no, no,
all right,
and not choking it either.
All right, Katie. So, but what if you was on top and he just grabbed your ass, like he gripped your ass up? Is that cool?
Oh yeah, I mean that's in the moment. Yeah, just don't come bringing no damn whips out because I don't like slave
talking about. That's that you trying to get somebody.
Yeah. I was on Emmett Till one time and I told him I couldn't go anything dealing with slaves. No. I guess control is the thing for me too.
Yes. But that's a lot of people who are, who have certain reservations about specific things. You know, it prevents them from giving it a try. It doesn't necessarily mean that you wouldn't care for it. It's just your mind is set on, certain things.
Right.
Way. And so it doesn't necessarily mean that if you tried a little spanking, you wouldn't like it. It's just in your mind, you're like, spanking is.
Exactly. Just thinking about it. Right.
Just thinking about spanking, you know what I mean? Yeah. So no, you're not doing that. You're not inflicting any pain on me. That's what you think of when you think, you know what I mean?
I mean, if it's, right. I mean, it could be in a loving manner or whatever. I guess I would have to be in that situation. As I said, not foreseeing it myself, I can say no easily. But if I am in a relationship, in a loving relationship, something like that, who knows what I'll try? Depending on what the partner brings.
All right. I got one last question. I don't know, where this is going to go, but we gonna see. We gonna see. So I need everybody to answer this. So this is the question: is it spit, swallow, or placement?
Swallow.
Placement. I'm
What's up, Nell?
Placement.
What am I? What am I? I mean,
she doing it to you, Nell.
What I prefer?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But now where the placement going? You talking about placement?
Swallow.
Wherever you want.
No, he said swallow was one of them. He
swallow,
said
spit,
swallow,
or
placement.
It could be your hair, your eyes, your back, your neck, your chest.
Or a trash can.
No, that's not
a trash can. Come on.
I need you to take that over there.
Placement. No, okay. Maybe I'm not following correctly.
Do you want to swallow it? Spit it out. Placed on your body somewhere. That's the three choices.
Oh, okay. Okay, spit.
Spit.
Yeah.
Spit.
Spit is not a good choice. I would rather take swallow or placement. Spit just don't sit right with me. Like that don't sit right, man.
And that placement and swallowing just don't sit right with me.
That placement on you don't want it placed on your back or something, like on your
on your belly or your boobies.
Not thinking about it. I don't. I mean, I guess I would have to be in the moment, but thinking about it sounds nasty as hell.
I can't do it, Katie, man. No, what are they saying in the most in the comments?
The most is all
Hold
of
on,
the
Katie.
above. We got a lot of all of the aboves in the comment.
All of the above. You a nasty thing.
Somebody said
Who
definitely swallow. Somebody said definitely swallow. We got a lot of swallow. It's tied. It's either swallow or all of the above.
Right.
Oh my goodness, my
Somebody
bestie said
said
placement. No,
I think
she
we need
did.
to put Shalamar's comment up. Ladies don't spit. They swallow. They say camel spit. Women don't.
But baby, you see this hump in his back. Call me a camel.
It's protein.
Call me a camel.
Just think about the protein and the testosterone you're gonna get. It's gonna give you a
I
boost
don't
to your
want
day.
no testosterone. I am too much of a
You
diva
need it.
to be wanting some testosterone.
It's good for you. It'll help your hair grow and all that.
Yeah, it's good
My
for you.
hair don't need to grow any faster than it's growing. But again, to be all serious about it, seriously, I think it's when you have a relationship that you can be free like that. It with your and I'm not gonna say sex because at that point it's not gonna be sex, at least not for me. By then it's making love. If you got someone like that you can make love with, I think it's great whatever you choose to do together.
That's a misconception. That's a misconception, K-Day.
What's the misconception?
These kind of things don't happen when you're making love. These kind of things happen when you're fucking. Sorry, but that's what it is.
It's got to be some kind of emotion there for me. I guess that's why I haven't experienced
What I'm saying,
those things.
what I'm saying is you may love that person, but you're not in the act of making love.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean.
Yeah.
I see.
Conventional methods of making love kind of bore me, LL said.
Right. I got you.
All right, people. Do we have any more questions? Do we have any more questions or comments on this topic before we move on?
All right. I know we're getting ready to move on, but can I just say one last thing? Voyeurism. Anybody into it?
What is
I need
it?
an explanation.
Voyeurism.
What you talking about?
I need an explanation. I need an explanation, Aisha.
Being seen while you're having sex out in a public place, park, car, balcony.
I would love to.
That's a part of kink.
I would love to.
Yeah, I don't care about that.
Care about car.
That's an adrenaline. That's an adrenaline rush.
Right, yeah.
Karen, no.
At work.
Oh yeah, I'm down for that.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not gonna be out in the open, but like with the hint of some, you know what I mean? Like in a dark area, but outside, and you can see them, but they can't see you. I mean, something like that. Yeah.
That sounds vanilla. That sounds like a vanilla answer.
It's vanilla in a chocolate place because I have it dark. So let's. But no, I would not want someone downright looking at me. No.
Okay.
I ain't mad at it. All right, people. Any last words?
Yeah. So we always got to put a disclaimer on stuff like that because we are now on certain platforms. So, and whenever you're performing any of the vanilla or kinky acts, make sure you do it safely. Right? There are always safe preventative measures out there that will allow you to perform these things that you like to do with you and your partner on a safe level. All right?
Yes.
Always continue to practice safety and safety first. Next topic.
All right, hold on. Before we go to Karen's corner, I need everybody to come up with a safe word real quick.
Sneakers.
What's up? What's up, ladies?
Strawberry.
Okay, do y'all really want to hear mine? Because you know the first thing came to my mouth. Can I say it?
I'm scared.
I guess uncensored minds. What we talking about?
Okay, they go to grab me. Motherfucker. If you're going too far, that's gonna be my word.
Nah, all right. So what if he?
That's
What
gonna
if
be
he
my
in that?
word.
What if he in that
It's
thing
gonna
right?
be motherfucker.
No, what if he in that thing right, KD, and he hitting that thing right, and you be like, motherfucker, don't stop. Then I'm supposed to stop.
Right.
Okay,
Then
well
Right.
then
because
when
you
it's like
screaming
that,
out
it's
safe
like,
words that ain't even safe words.
motherfucker. It's gonna still be motherfucker.
It's still
Call me Samuel Jackson. That's my word. That's my word.
Yo,
My joint got to be something crazy. My joint got to be something crazy, like super fragilistic or some shit. Like I gotta have some off the wall shit.
yeah.
yeah.
Cracking the fuck up.
See, I pay attention to, like, I wouldn't. The only safe word, not I can't say that because that sounds crazy. But like, if we in the moment and we both in it, and you scream out vanilla, I ain't paying no attention to that.
Right.
The show is it's the box that's got me. If you say stop
That's
now,
why I said I gotta say something crazy.
Stop means stop.
That's why I said I
But if
gotta
you
say
say something like cherry vanilla or ice cream cone, I'm be like, damn, we can go get one afterwards. Like, I'm gonna say something crazy like that because it got me.
That's why I said MF, because you say that MF, that's gonna make them take attention.
No, Katie, motherfucker is a good thing.
Yeah.
Like,
oh my God.
Yes.
You like motherfucker?
Yes.
And you saying it,
right.
you saying it like that? Yeah, that ain't gonna get a stop from me. That's gonna be. You want me to go more?
Okay.
Right.
All right. Well, I'll stay away from that safe word then if I don't want.
That motherfuckers is crazy.
All right, Katie, it's all you, Katie.
Well, Aisha, thank you. I was sitting here listening, and hey, y'all learned something today on Uncensored Minds that you didn't know. Most of you probably knew. It's just Karen D probably didn't know, but I learned something. So thank you, Aisha, for that. I look forward to the next go round. Now, with that, we're gonna go to Karen's Corner. This week's letter, the title alone gets me. It says, "This heifer won't go away." Here it goes. My problem is this heifer won't go away. My ex-wife and I were married for 21 years, during which she stopped cleaning and cooking at some point in the marriage. Hell, I can't tell you when she stopped doing any of these things. I just realized one evening while standing over the stove cooking, this woman was doing nothing. Shortly after my realization, she reconnected with an old boyfriend on social media, left me and the kids to go be with him in another state. So we divorced. I raised my kids and adjusted to not having her in our lives on a daily basis. I bought another house, relocated to another state, and got a job with CSX, living comfortably, coming home to a clean house each day, and having fun dating again. The kids love their mom and miss her. So I approved her to come visit during school break, May of 2021. It's now February 2022, and the visit is still going on. She never left. That was 9 months ago. When we were married, she didn't cook or clean, and she's not doing it now. That she refuses to leave. She's home all day, but I come home and cook and clean. Then she's the first to eat. I've told her several times she has to leave. I was gonna starve her ass away, but she's now gotten a job, can feed her damn self, and doesn't look like she's going anywhere anytime soon. How do I get this heifer out of my house and out of my life without hurting my kids? I mean, they are 21 and 17 now, but I know they love their mom and hate what it would do to them. At what time do I begin having a life? So, anybody want to go? Now, since I kind of sort of know the situation, I just think old boy's just stuck on her. Plain and simple. He love her. He love her. I mean, why else would you accept her back, even under those circumstances? He loved her.
I mean, some people don't know how to. Some people don't know how to let go, and they don't want to hurt, somebody's feelings. But I don't give a fuck. I was like,
But I mean, well, think about the kids. Okay, he says for the kids' sake.
yeah, nah, that's still a no go.
Dang, T. Nell, what you say?
That's still a no.
Well, you said the kids are 17 and 20,
17 and 21.
so they're
Right, they did.
age of to understand exactly what mommy and daddy, you know, they can now have their own opinion about that, and they have to, be forced. But I commend him for trying to do everything to keep the family together under those situations and circumstances, right? Loyalty is something that is rare nowadays, and to be loyal to your family, because at the end of the day, they had kids together. Also, too, the dynamic of having kids with somebody, you don't want to see that other party out on the street either, because that has an adverse effect on the child. Because now they have to go through that stress of one parent not being stable enough to give them what they need as far as love, but also too feeling that. I kind of can understand that, because I was raised in a home that wasn't my biological father. A man assumed the responsibility of giving me that father figure, right? So me as a man now, that's one of the reasons why I don't have children, because I didn't want to have my child over here and I'm over here. It always had to be the same dynamic. So I can get him where he wanted to make sure that his family was a family. But now, as they become grown adults, and this woman is seemingly living off of him, right? And chooses not to want to get her own because she knows she has comfort there because he's going to do. She's now taking advantage.
Right.
And he has to do what he has to do to regain his dignity back, and has to tell her, you got to go or you got to contribute.
Well, she did get a job. I mean, she has gotten a job.
But he also said she got a job and didn't give him a dime. She don't come home and cook. She goes to work. She keeps her money for herself. She don't come home. She don't do no cleaning. She don't do nothing. So just having a job means nothing.
Well, now it did say that she don't divvy out her. Well, I can't see her doing that. I guess she went to work to feed herself. I don't know.
But I don't think nobody should sacrifice their own happiness.
I agree.
When the kids is big, I can understand that when the kids is little, but you still sacrificing your own happiness.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, at this point, it's more detrimental than anything else, in my opinion, because the happiness of all parties involved is at stake. So you figure the children are seeing some sort of, not necessarily dysfunction, but just seeing some sort of, something that's not normal, but you know what I mean? Just they're seeing this, and they're seeing the reactive unhealthiness of it. And I mean, I get it. Like, again, if the children were smaller, but at that point they're grown.
Exactly. I can kind of now, as a divorced female, and my son was grown when we got divorced. Even and it do affect the children, grown or not. But even with that being said, my son is grown. And my son lived his own life. Yeah, I see, and he will not admit that the divorce did something to him, but it did. It's like it took his home away from him. It's not home without mom and dad there. You know what I'm saying? So it do affect the adult kids, but they realize that they do have their life, because they won't let us choose who they date. So why should we allow them to choose who we let into our lives to make us happy? So I'm totally with you on that one, T. You got to make your own self happy at some point. And at ages of 17 to 21, they are old. Now, the 17-year-old, if he's not out, they are not out of high school or whatever, get them through school, because that will affect the schoolwork. It will affect them. But she was gone already and came back.
Believe that. Yeah, I don't believe that. As
Well,
a
not
17-year-old,
with all of them, T, but with some it can. Not with all of them, but with some it can. Like for the guys, I would say that they would need their dads in their lives in school. You know, the
at
for the
17
girls.
though.
Well, that depends on if they're out of high school or not. I mean, I'm thinking on a mother's term. And once you become a mother, you're always a mother, and you're gonna always think of your child before you think of yourself.
I think that's
if you poll the kids probably tired of her ass too.
Right.
You know what I mean? They probably tired of the back and forth and her not doing what she need to do, and they see their dad stepped up. They dad stepped up and took them, brought them home, moved them, whatever. They see that. They realize that. They know what's going on. These kids ain't dumb.
No, they're not.
And they
But
realize.
that's why I say I think he still loved her. I really do. And maybe he would think it's weak to take her back after she had left him for another man.
Okay.
I don't know.
Maybe,
but I mean, then you have her there, still not doing the things that you need her to do as a significant other. Let's just say you were thinking about if she's thinking about taking her back, then she's still lacking. So then what happens at that point?
Exactly.
It's like, okay, there has to come a point in time where, okay, maybe I might, he may have considered taking her back or, toyed with the idea or whatever the case may be. But then at what point does he just say, you know what, you ain't changed. So this here is in the way and you got to go. Like, where does that point come in?
Right. I guess when he finally gets tired.
Right.
I guess when he finally gets tired. But as far as like the kids, yeah, I think the kids are old enough to understand. You need to go on and be a man and live your life. Be happy. Life is too short not to be happy.
Life is definitely too short for the nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
I have a question. I have a question within a question, right? And the question that we're going to leave off with tonight, that's going to wrap us up is there a downside to being confident or happy? And I'm going to go around the board. So I'm going to start with Karen. Is there a downside to being happy?
I cannot see a downside to being happy
or confident.
The only downside of being confident is getting a lot of people to mistake your confidence for being egotistical, or you think highly of yourself or whatever. That could be the only downfall that I can see of being overly confident.
Aisha?
I mean, not that you would care. If you're like me, you don't care what they think, because the ones who love you understand who and what you are anyway.
Mm-hmm. I feel like there is no in my opinion, there is no downside to being happy. I think you should manifest your happiness each and every day in any way, shape, or form. I feel like that there is no downside to being happy, to displaying happiness, to sharing happiness, and being exposed to happiness in and out. You know what I mean? As far as confidence, I kind of agree with Karen there. Sometimes confidence can be mistaken as arrogance. And I guess it really all depends on how you exude that confidence. Are you being confident in a manner that is, appealing to other individuals and not belittling others who are not as, maybe necessarily as good as you in certain areas, etc. Like, what is that confidence exuding as you're displaying it? So, there is to me, a fine line on that question, because confidence can sometimes create a downside if it's not presented properly.
Um, I'm gonna say that there may be a downside to being happy because you might not be as sympathetic to
Mm.
other people's, problems. So that might be a downside from being happy. As far as being confident, there's a million downsides of being confident because people don't know how to take you.
Mhm.
So, they might think you cocky or whatever. They just don't know how to take you. But when you're confident, you don't care, about those downsides.
Right.
True.
So we gave, well, the three of you gave some great answers, and none of them are wrong, right? Because
Mhm.
it's the opinion of the person, right?
Right.
Is there a downside to being confident? The world is going to tell you that regardless of what you think, it's not right, right? Because
Right.
someone always is going to try to minimize or want to make you feel less of yourself when you display confidence or happiness. It always comes with the price of your confidence shouldn't be high, because when it's high, you're cocky and you conceited. But the moment
Right.
our confidence is down and we're waning and we feel less than ourselves, then somebody's the first quick to tell us, feel better. Do something to make yourself feel better. You need more confidence. Be more confident. You got things going on for yourself. So if they're telling you at your lowest point that you shouldn't feel your lowest because you got so many things going on, then at the peak of your height, that still should be, right? Never let anyone dim your light, regardless of if they feel as though it's too confident or not, because the only person that can judge you is the person that created you, right?
Right.
Confidence is key in this world nowadays, as we see so many times mental health being touched at the top of many discussions when it comes to our health, with our daily health, right? It's mental health that's overtaking physical health and financial health. Mental health is always at the top, and the moment we are mentally healthy is the moment they're telling us that we are inadequate. We're doing too much. You're too happy. You're too seated. You're attention seeking. You're this. You're that. Never let someone dim your light. Happiness is a quality that we should all have. The more happy people there is in this world, the better it will be.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Right.
There's
I
no
have a pro-
thing. There's no such thing as being too happy.
right.
Right? There's no such thing. So never let somebody tell you you're too happy, and you know what you tell them back? Thank you. And you all right? Because
Right.
what's the devil of happy? Sad.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
What's the too much? Like if I have too much happiness in my body, is that a bad thing? No.
Right.
If I have too much happy in my bank account, is that too much? If I
Right.
had too many overdraws of happiness for the day on my on my registers, that mean that I had too many happy, I got too much going on? No, it just means that I'm living life, and I'm living life to my accord, and my
Mhm.
mental health is in a positive position. So always remember to be kind, not to just the people, but be kind to yourself.
Right.
Be kind to your energy. Be
Mhm.
kind to your mental makeup. Because once you be kind to yourself, you allow yourself to go out here and be kind to others. You allow your energy to irradiate over everybody else. You ever walk up on somebody and somebody tells you, "Oh God, you're glowing. Oh, you got your personality is just it radiates." That's because your energy is positive. You're happy. So
No, I got a problem. I got a problem with people, saying to be humble or to humble yourself because I don't look at it in that way. I don't look at it as in like me looking down or above people. I'm just not going to down myself to make you feel comfortable. Like it's
Exactly.
nothing that you can say or do that's gonna make me say, you know, I'm gonna look at myself a different way now. That's
Absolutely.
not gonna happen.
And what they thought of realize is that they didn't have to walk in your shoes before they met you. The
Right.
moment that y'all cross paths, they didn't walk up with you in your shoes. They don't know what you come from. So
That's
for them
right,
to tell you
Nell.
you need
That's
to
true
hold
there.
yourself. You never know what got me to this point for me to be
Amen.
this.
Right.
I could
Right.
have been at my very, very lowest, almost down and out, counted out. But look where I'm at now. So you want me to be humble? It's no way. But what
Right.
really is being humble? Is it being
Right.
conforming to what you say I should be conforming to? Because that's a miserable
Right.
life. Are you telling me I should walk in the ways that you walk? You ain't got shit going on either. So what's the true definition of humble or being
Right.
humble or humbleness,
Right.
right?
That's
It's
right.
the character that's in yourself, the what you project and what you display. And only person that can judge you is God, right? Because we're all imperfect
That part.
beings. We all walk the same as
Right.
imperfect
Right.
human beings, hopefully with the works of trying to get better each and every day. So whenever you're sitting up there and somebody is belittling you or somebody telling you what you can't be or what you're doing is wrong or you're doing this, you know why? Because of their own insecurities, right?
Right.
They're insecure within themselves, or they can't do or achieve the same results that you achieved. So now they got to try to belittle your success or whatever you're doing to make it feel like you're a problem.
Mhm.
You can listen. No one's saying that you can't listen. No one's not saying that you can take it for a grain of salt. The moment you allow yourself to conform is the moment you allow yourself to lose, and
Right.
you're losing yourself. All right. So great, great show again tonight.
Great stuff.
As we all know, we are on a whole level up situation. We on Spotify, we on Apple Music, we on YouTube. Um, we got an amazing cast of brilliant, amazing, fresh minds that's uncensored, right? So on these platforms, in order for us to go even higher, we need your help, and we're asking if you're on Spotify, if you're on Apple Music, and you listen to us Monday or Tuesday, the audio goes up. Leave a comment in the comment section on Apple Music or Spotify and how much you enjoy the show or how much you like the content of Uncensored Minds. What that does is algorithms move. We start to trend
Right.
higher. We start to become instead of in 15th place, we go to third place. Third place go to first place, and now we're the number one syndicated podcast in America. That's what you want.
Right.
That's what you want to see. Right? If you liking and subscribing to our channel, the same way that you leave a comment on our Facebook page, leave a comment in the YouTube section as well. What that does is it grows the podcast. We come with even bigger content, bigger guests, bigger talk, and now you can say, "Damn, I seen them start off from the mud, and look what us now. We all a family, and we doing this together." All right.
Right.
So let's
All
grow
right.
together, people. Let's grow together. Let's take that word humble and show them what humble really is. You know what I mean? I laughed with my mates earlier this week. I said this shit got me feeling like I done went Hollywood, and I ain't being humble. I'm not being
Right.
humble. My name is Nell Ruffin. If anybody know who it is, I'm David Ruffin's clone. I ain't acting normal. This got me feeling like we were on the top of the world. So if you want me to be humble, I'm sorry, I don't know how to. This is showing how amazing we are. All right. So y'all have a
All right.
wonderful, wonderful week. Go check out Madea's homecoming family reunion starring our girl Karen D. Nell. Go check out the series that's coming on HBO in March with Karen D in it. Go follow Aisha. She has an amazing platform that talks about
Go
the
check
things that we talked about
go
tonight.
check out her website called
Yeah.
Raw Honey.
Raw honey. She can supply them toys, them whips,
Right.
them beads, everything that we talked about tonight. stimulate in the bedroom for you, she can help you with that, and she can answer any questions for you. My man T, we got Wednesdays on lock. He doing his thing, DJing. He doing his t-shirt thing. He got it popping. If you ain't following him, something wrong with you. You know what I mean? That's the amazingness that we got going on here. And little me, you know what I mean? Little me.
Mr. Friday Night
Little
Lights
me.
himself.
We on Wednesday nights, Telemade Kicks. You know what I mean? We on Sunday nights. We on Friday nights. We got a lot of things going. So you got Raw Honey. You got Telemade Kicks. You got Karen's Corner. You got Friday Night Lights. What more do you want? We got everything right here for you within this family. And the biggest part of our family is y'all. So we thank y'all. We'll see you again next Sunday. Stay well. Stay blessed. You know what I mean? And just enjoy life.
We out here, people.
Bye-bye, guys.
Bye.